Hey guys, so there is this new thing that we've never seen before called the Spend to Receive Chrono Crystal Give Back campaign. This is something that I can see many people becoming very upset about. We're going to go through exactly what this is. I'm going to give my thoughts on this. And that will be essentially what this video is. So let's go ahead and see what they say here. For a limited time, using Chrono Crystals will complete special missions. Once you've used enough Chrono Crystals, you'll get Chrono Crystals from the mission rewards. Plus, you can get an exclusive title and Chrono Crystal themed sleeves. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the missions in a second, but here are some of the things that you can get from using Chrono Crystals. You can get Chrono Crystal sleeves. There's like the free-to-play one. Not actually free-to-play, but like there's like the one where you have to only spend a little bit, and then there's like the one where you have to spend a lot. And there's titles. Dude, the Chrono Crystal Lover title. I might need to use that. That is pretty good. So that essentially is what this campaign is. And if you notice, the one part about this that I think is most egregious is the fact that this is only up for this week, right? It goes from, at the top of the screen, you can see right here, from July 2nd, which is today, to July 9th, which is next week. So what they're essentially telling you, and if we go over to the missions, I have the missions pulled up already here, the Spend to Receive Chrono Crystal Give Back campaign. If you notice, they're essentially asking you to spend 20,000 Chrono Crystals to get the maxed out rewards. And again, this goes away next week. So to get the max amount of CCs, how much CC do you actually get from this? This should tell us over here. 2,700 CC is how much you would get from clearing all of these missions. I would assume that at this point, most people have already done all of their summons on the Part 1 and Part 2 banners, especially the Part 1 banners, because the Part 1 banners already had their 3x Z power go away. So I think probably most people have already done most of the summons that they want to do at this point on the Part 1 banners, the UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta banners. But Part 2 banners still have the 3x Z power step, right? They still have the 3x Z power perk there. So, I mean, you know, there are people who might want to jump back into the Part 2 banners. Maybe they're building a Saiyan Saga team. Maybe they're hunting for Vegeta because they want to build a powerful opponent team. Maybe they want to just do a Sun Family team or a Saiyan team with the Kaioken Goku. But the 3x Z power perk is still live on the Part 2 banners, so that could be a good reason to go back in and maybe complete some of these Chrono Crystal missions. Essentially what this is this is a rebate, pretty much, right? I mean, like when you use a credit card and you get like rewards for spending on your credit card, that's basically what this is. That's the structure of what this is here. 2,700. So you basically spend 20,000 CC to get 2,700 CC back. Sure. I mean, that's what this is. My main problem with this is the timing at which they started this, right? This is very obviously intentionally strategically placed a week before the Part 3 banners are dropping for a purpose. They want you to spend your CC. I think there also is going to be a Sparking Limit Break banner that drops probably on Friday or Saturday, depending on what time zone you're in. They always do that before a big banner drops. So there's always some incentive that they add into the game to force you or to incentivize you to summon and spend your Chrono Crystals before dropping something very exciting and very hype. And obviously that's what Part 3 is going to be. Part 3 is going to be very exciting and very hype for a lot of players. So what are my overall thoughts on this? I think most players should just skip this. Most players shouldn't even look at this. Just pretend it does not exist. Just pretend it does not exist. Funnily enough, if you guys go back, I did do a should you summon for Saiyan Saga Vegeta and Kaioken Goku. I did a video on that, talking about that. And in the video for that, I did say the actual objectively smartest way to play this is you wait for a day before the Part 3 banners drop. Because let's go over to the summon screen real quick. Let's scroll down to the Part 2 banners. So we have the Kaioken Goku banner and the Saiyan Saga Vegeta banner. Currently have triple the Z power still live. And it is going to be up for the next 6 days. So this triple Z power perk for these banners goes away the instant the Part 3 banners go live. So we're going to know about half a day in advance what the Ultra character or characters are going to be before this banner and this banner have their triple Z power perk removed. So what I said in that Should You Summon video is, if I were you, and again, this is not easy to do, but if you want to get the most value out of your Chrono Crystals and, you know, be the smartest player you can be, the best way to do this is you wait for the Ultra character reveal, and then you can decide whether or not you want to summon on this banner or this banner while the 3x Z power is still active. So if you had heeded my advice, and again, I'm not saying everybody could do that because new banners drop, biggest update ever in Legends history drops. A lot of people want to summon on the new characters. I get Saiyan Saga is not the most hype, pick of all time, but these are both incredibly good units, the Goku and Vegeta. They have the ability to be on some of the best teams in the game. I think Saiyan Saga in particular, it probably is the best team in the game. So people are going to be, wanting to get in there and summon as fast as possible. But if you heeded my advice and you are like, okay, I'm going to at least see what the Ultra is going to be before jumping into these banners, and you had said that, and you are now waiting for that reveal, guess what? Now, if you are doing that, you'd be able to take advantage of this. Right? You'd essentially just get a free 2700 CC if you spent 20k on these Part 2 banners, right? Maybe you're holding on to like 20, 30, 40,000 CC. Maybe I want to spend it on Part 3. Maybe I want to spend it on Part 2, but I'm thinking I just want to at least see what Part 3 is going to be, because there is that very short amount of overlap in between when they announce what Part 3 is and when the Part 2 perks go away for the 3x Z power. If you are somebody that is waiting for that, and I think that's the smartest way to do it, you'd not only be able to know what the Ultra is going to be, but you'd also be able to take advantage of this this like new campaign here. So I'm just saying, sometimes it's smart to listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Anyway, I don't like the way they did this, though, because I think it all comes down to the timing. If they are going to do something like this, and I'm not inherently against the idea of something like this, I think this is actually a fine idea. The toxic part of this and the predatory part of this is the timing, right? They specifically put this out a week before the banners dropped because they knew that most people had already done their summons on these banners. Right? That's why they're doing it like this. If they had done this at the same time as dropping the Part 2 banners, I would have said fine. I mean, this is actually a pretty cool thing, right? It's essentially just 2,700,000 more CC for free that we're getting. But the fact that they are doing this now, when most people have already finished summoning, it's a little scummy, a little bit, because now most people are going to, of course, wanting to be saving their CC for the Part 3 banners. So again, I would say that my conclusion here for this, for most players, if you're somebody who is wanting to save your CC for Part 3, I would say what applies to most players is just pretend this doesn't exist. Pretend this doesn't even exist in the game. Don't pay any attention to this. Just walk away. It'll go away in 6 days. It's fine. I would say it's not worth going out of your way to spend 20,000 CC just to get 2,700 CC back, unless you really just want to summon for the Part 2 banners even more than you already done before. But yeah, just for most people, definitely just walk away and don't summon. So we're gonna go ahead and summon here. Obviously, don't need anything from the Part 2 banners, but maybe this could be where we get the Cell Max animation. I just want to get these sleeves and the title because it's fitting. So we'll do summons for Goku, I guess. It doesn't really matter. I don't need anything regardless. This will give me some Z medals, though. Some Z medals. We'll skip Green Skies. I know it's possible to get Cell Max in Green Skies, but yeah, whatever. We also could potentially... actually, hold on. Let me actually check something. Let me check something ASAP. I just completed one of the missions. If I go, let me go back here and go into this. How long is this shop up for? August 20th. Okay, so what we actually could do is we could save the summon coins that we get from this for Legends Limited Z Power for a future Legends Limited character, like the After Party Legends Limited character. We could potentially just save these summon coins for getting Legends Limited Z Power for whatever the After Party Legends Limited is. So we'll do that. We will do that. August 20th is a long time. What the hell? Skip that. Again, this is not something I particularly need to summon on, but I just want to complete these missions just so we can, number one, get this on camera, and so I can get the title and the sleeves. I'll use the sleeves in the title. Why not? I'll use the sleeves in the title. Sure. I do like my title, the Legends ranking legend title. I do like that one, just because it's obviously a unique one. I think it just looks cool, but I might change it up a little bit. No Selmax, huh? Alright, we do get Broly. Imagine if we get a screen crack here. I guess we'll just watch it. Whatever. Screen crack when it doesn't matter. Imagine getting a Selmax animation when it doesn't matter. We're gonna get a Selmax animation and it's not gonna matter. Oh, can you imagine? This is the this is the video where we get Selmax. I've never seen it. I've never gotten it. I'm like 300,000 CC in during the anniversary. I haven't gotten Selmax. All right, who is it? Ultimate Gohan. Okay. Sure. And we got old DKP. When is the new DKP going to get a unique equip, dude? It's about time. Do you guys think it's about time he got one? All right. Summoning on a worthless banner just for some card sleeves. Yippee. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think about this campaign here. I would assume that most people are going to have a very negative outlook on this. Again, my thought process is, if you're not somebody... Oh, there's Tiana Chaozu. If you're not somebody that was already intending on going back into banners for parts 1 or 2, like, don't let this sway you to go back in and summon. I would say just pretend it doesn't exist. Right, if you were already going to go back in anyway, then fine. Of course, you can take advantage of it, but it's just don't. It really is essentially just like the credit card rebate thing, right? Like, don't feel like you need to spend more on your credit card and charge more to your credit card just because you want to get like some rebate or you want to get some more like points or rewards. Like all of those systems are almost like schemes and scams. Like just. Don't get swayed by it, man. Just don't. 5 pods, huh? Relax. Nope. No. Oh, whoa, there's Goku. Whoa. Thanks, guys. I'm glad we pulled him, man. That's great. Could have been a Selmax animation. There's Namek Saga Kaioken Goku. Maybe it's foreshadowing part 3 a little bit. 3 pods. Man, I'm so scared to skip stuff. Alright, I know like when it's supposed to pop up. It's basically when you release the Kamehameha and the camera goes to Frieza. That's like when it's supposed to happen. So how come we keep pulling that Goku? What the hell? I keep pulling the green Kaioken Goku, man. All right, we'll just zip through this. Yeah, red Majin Vegeta. We're at 11,000, just 9,000 more to go, guys. 9,000 more CC to burn through, and then we can get our sleeves. We can get our exclusive Chrono Crystal Lover sleeves, man. Nice. I mean, we do get 2,700 CC back, I guess. Yay. Yeah, spend 20k to get 2,700 back. You get, what is that? What percent is that? It's like 11, 12? In between 11 and 12% of how much you spent back. Sure. I mean, it's meaningful if you were going to spend it anyway. Same thing with like if you're a member or something of, I don't know. I just recently became a member of this movie theater near me because there's like 6,000 movies I'm going to be seeing in July. There's Jurassic Park, there's Superman, there's Fantastic Four, and then there's the Demon Slayer movie coming out all in July. So I figured, like, why not just become a member of the theater? If I'm going to be going to the theater like every week, why not just become a member? And then, of course, you know, you get points for buying tickets. You get points depending on like how much you buy at the theater. So there's all these different, you know, buy more to get more rewards kinds of schemes out there. It's fine, but it's just something that's like passively you accumulate over time. It's not going to be like, okay, now that I'm a member, I'm going to be more incentivized to like buy additional things. That I think is the wrong point of view to take on those kinds of things. Like, just let it come naturally is what I would say. Just like, if you're going to go watch the movie because you're going to watch the movie anyway, then that's fine. And you just get points on the side. But don't like, buy 3 things that you wouldn't have otherwise bought just because you're a member now and you're going to get points for it. It's not worth it. That's kind of the same way I feel about this system. Because it's the same concept, right? All right, how much more do we need to do here? How much more? Nimbus? Yeah, they added like Nimbus and Whis on these banners. It's weird. Like those were deactivated for a long time. You go back to my initial summon stream on this banner, those were not active. Nimbus and Whis? We didn't see that. Yeah, they reactivated those. Very weird. Okay, this is probably gonna be like TN. Oh, wow. That is the first time I've seen. That's the first time I've seen that. Okay. All right. So we've seen. I think those are the 2. Okay. There was a video I did on this banner. Kaioken Goku. What is that? Huh? What is this multi? There's a video I did on this Kaioken Goku banner where I got an animation where like the sparking orb came down and it hovered there for like 2 seconds. And that animation gave me Kaioken Goku. That is the first time I personally have seen that one. I mean, I've seen it on social media. People have posted this fake out one on social media. I've seen it on there, but this is the first time I've gotten this. So I think that's it. All right. I think those are the 2 like other fake out animations that were recently added. So now all that's left is for me to see Cell Max, dude. We pulled 2 Kaioken Gokus in this one. Come on. Come on, dude. Jaco's car. Okay. How much more do we need to do? What the hell? 5 sparkings? All right. We got to be close. $19. Okay, this... We're going to do this, and then I think the next step, and then I think we're done. Skip this. How many coins do we have? Just curious. 21. Okay, sure. This probably is enough. No, it's not. Okay, we'll do this. That's enough. Boom, dude. Now we get our exclusive sleeves. Missions. Let's go over here. Accept all. Dude, look at all this. Wow. So I'm so lucky, man. Chrono Crystal Lover. And then we got the sleeves too. All right. So there we go. I mean, again, I don't think many people are going to have a very positive outlook on this campaign. And me personally, I don't think it's a very good thing that they did this now. If they would have dropped this at the same time as the Part 2 banners, I think everybody would have loved it. Because you're summoning anyway, right? But the reason they dropped this now is to incentivize people who have already summoned to go back in and summon more right before they drop the massive Part 3 stuff. So the timing is what makes it scummy in my opinion, but you guys can let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.